How are you all doing, Ralfy Customs? Today we're going to look at this Sportster, and I'm going to take you through the steps that I did to fit some custom forward control mounts. Bit tricky. We had to work around the gearbox. Fuck me. We had to work around the exhaust while still keeping everything rubber mounted. So let's see how we did it, eh? We've got this problem with the forwards, and let's take a look at how we've got around it. Now, this is a full custom frame on this Sportster, and it's got rubber mounts way before Harley Davidson Corporation thought about doing it. And the chap that owns it, Graham, lovely bloke, Mr. Bucket, he wants forwards, but he don't want them off the frame. How I do them, nice little snidey with the thing, yeah. But no, don't want that. He wants them off the existing engine mounts. So this side's simple. Made up a plate. Look, you can kind of see where I'm going with it. Bolts in place, catches the rubber mount and the engine mounts, and this is a modified standard aftermarket, or it might be actually standard Harley Davidson. Full control mount. I've machined it down so I can put it in there and weld it in place. Yeah, Bob's your uncle, piece of piss. That's going to go there, bish bash bosh. This side, there's something in the fucking way. There's an elephant in the room. And it's quite a big fucking elephant, a big round elephant, yeah? So what we've come up with, again, despite my pleading and begging, there's no way he's going for a lovely little Ralfy bracket and forwards in the place where most aftermarket custom builders would fit them. He wants some fucking where they should be. Boosh, there, straight where the exhaust is. Now, how are we going to get around that problem? Well, thought about using some curvy, tubey thingy. This is just a very roughed out, idea-y, prototype-y sort of something. Bit of a saddle, yeah. It may like that, looks a bit shit. Kind of. And how are you going to get it off and on? When it's fixed to a plate that's down in there, you're going to fucking struggle, yeah? So, solution is the plate. Fits on the motor. Catches those engine mounts. I'm going to struggle to show you. Yeah? And it's got 3 extra holes. Once that's bolted in place, we're going to make up some stainless fasteners, like stilts that come off it, risers if you like, outriggers I guess you'd call them, in some fuck off stainless that catches those 3 bolt holes and allows us to mount a plate on the outside, thus. Hole in the middle. Set a modified standard Harley Davidson jobber. Cheers then, thanks for coming. You've seen the plates, look, here they are. And the modified control footrest hanger type things. And how I came about these, I basically got the existing, placed them onto my plate where I could cut out a suitable shape using the edges that I could when I could. Transfer punch, yeah. These are all sized and they've got centre punch end on. So transfer punch through the holes, mark out the centres, dot to dot. Just do it, just how we like. I've curved this a little bit more because first of all I prefer the shape that I've made, and it's fucking chunky monkey, so we're trying to save a bit of weight. Don't want to be drilling holes in it. It's not a fucking Rickman Matisse. But I've shaved it a bit here and there. So, like I say, transfer punch through, bish bash bosh, got your centres, dot to dot. Remember I showed you with the form tools? So we use a form tool in the corners to get the shapes that we want. Look, you can see what I fucking use there, can't you? There we go. Then over to the old drill press, where we've drilled them out, and we'll give ourselves the clearance that we need. And these extra special ones are tapped out 3/8 UNF to keep it in keeping. So now we're going to turn down the bars. Yeah, look at that fucker. So I've already faced them up, and we're going to make a stud on one end, 3/8 UNF, and a hole on the other end, 3/8 UNF, to take the bolts and the plates and all that shizzle. So let's get on it. Okay, right, I'm not sure how well this is going to film. I've tried every fucking thing to try and get a camera angle on this working, so I'm going to put a shelf up in the end and probably go off that, but not today. Basically, I'm going to measure off 10mm, because I know we need 10mm of thread. So I measured back with a ruler to the tool. That's accurate enough. I'm going to give myself a mark to work to. Put it in gear. And we'll see what happens. Shaky, shaky camera. So there's a witness mark. We'll take a few cuts. No, we'll go a bit deeper than that. And we need to take this down to 3/8, which is 9.52, if I remember correctly. So we'll rough it off, just quick. What's the teeny weeny sharp stainless swampy bits. And we'll have a measure after this one and see where we're at. So, still roughing, not too fussed. Now we want about 9.52ish. We have got 15.5, so we need 6mm off. That's a 3mm cut. So what I'll do, I'll set my cross slide to 3mm off 0. It's a 4mm slide. So that's easy enough to work out. Okay, so now that's done. So the lighting's important. Let me try it with the light off. Hold on, bear with. Mommy, look, see my fingers. Woohoo! Because the light switch is in the way. That might be fucking better. This is going to look awful. Absolutely awful. But there you go. So we'll just have the turning bit will look like it was done in a fucking haunted house. So now we're going to fit. This is our guide for our fucking drill tap holder. You see it on my socials. I didn't do a video of how to make it because everyone's done one. And it's not a drill tap, it's a fucking die. Tailstock die holder, look. So we can use that. We can slow this lathe down considerably. And that'll hold it all true. Just need to back it up a little bit. Back it up, back it up. We can get that through. Rest it on a tool post, look. And we'll just oil it up like we have. We'll give it a real slow turn and a little bit of pressure, and then it'll take it off us. So, a little bit of pressure now just to get it started. Bear with. See some chips happening and it's taking it off me, and now we'll work it all the way into the end. Stop, run the machine in reverse. hold it here, be ready to let go if anything bad happens. So you don't want to hurt yourself. So here we go, reverse it away. And we've cut the thread. Now what I won't show you on camera is hold on, bear with. What I won't show you on camera is me turning the die round, because they have a leading edge. They cut one way and it leaves a little bit of a chamfer that you can't see because it's out of shot on the thread. I'm going to spin this round and run it up backwards, if you like, so arse in. So we'll turn it over and run it in, just to clean the threads up right to the base, and we'll be golden. That's done. Yeah, we spun it round. Try and get a bit closer. So we'll just brush the chips off, like that. 1 down, 3 to go. Now we've got the plate, and it's 3 stilts, if you like. I need to fit this plate to the bike. There you go, there's one in. I'll fit this to the bike. Yep. Screw these on, check clearance, check length, and then we can machine them to length and cut the thread in the end, ready to take this plate. So we'll do a little bit of machining now, just getting them down up. I think I took them down to 9/16. Just to give a bit of clearance, we're just working the shoulder on one end. They'll have a shoulder both ends. It'll be like a straightish shank with a big nut each end, if you like. Look, here's me just cutting backwards now, so the feed's running from the headstock of the lathe towards the tailstock, so it's feeding backwards, and I'm doing the cuts just to trim up that end and leave me with a big fat nut with a bit of thread sticking out, where it's going to mount onto the plate. So hopefully you could make something out on that turning, and my voiceover up to it makes sense. But look, what we've created is something that just misses the frame, just misses the exhaust. It's a bit snug actually. I'll take another skim off it, but that's the idea. And then it tightens onto the plate and you can fit it. You can, obviously, you can take it off and on. You can unloosen it, as Joe Pye says. Big love, Joe. Not that you'll watch this. And that's one. So next one up, all we do is offer it up. Can't do it one-handed. And then I'm going to mark it with the old redneck fucking die cam. Take it over to the lathe and do more of the same. Awesome. So now we can face them ends off, get them centre drilled, and then we put a pilot drill in. I think this is a 4.5mm, before we go out to the tapping size for 3/8 UNF, which actually is 8.5mm. There you go. So now we're using a sprung tapping guide on the lathe, just to get it started nice and square, before we take it over to the old vise, finish it off by hand, being ever so careful to back it off to break those chips. This stainless does not like being tapped, but we got there in the end. Oi, oi, oi. So we're getting there. We've kind of got the shapes that we need. We've tried them on and a little bit tight here and there, so we marked that up, ready for a bit more lathe action. But all the threads are done, everything's made. Slight trim up. I dare say if it didn't have this wrap on, you'd be there, like, it's that close. But I'm not happy with how it's sitting, so we just need to machine my marks off. Well, give myself some indication, and then we're ready for the plate and the welding, and off to be powder coated. I'm sure there is plenty of room down there that I'm struggling to show you. Could probably go a little bit tighter, but I don't want to. I want to leave a gap. So we're on it, and there we have it. There they are, all snugged up. They're as tight as I can get them and as loose as I can make them, if that makes sense. We'll get the plate on, the end plate on. I'm looking for the bit, there it is. We'll get this tigged in both sides and off to the powder coat as it goes. They don't, obviously, they're stainless, but all the plate work does, and the foot peg mounts, and that is fucking that. Nice one. I'll try and finish this off with a shot of it all together. If the customer wants to come and get it that way, if Graham wants it with these bits on, he might not. Don't know. We'll see. So a quick tig round the ends. It proved a bit difficult actually, put up a bit of a struggle. But we've got them all tigged and ready and off to the powder coaters just in time. Back from the stovers, I managed to source some nice stainless fasteners. That's on it. I had to fettle a little bit. I don't know if the stove-in was thicker than I thought or fucking what, but I had them all fitted up before and it was alright, and I had to fettle the holes a little bit this morning to fit them, but it's fine, you know, shit happens, it's alright. This side is lovely, plain and simple. Ready to take the controls should Graham decide to go that way. Gear change. And a foot peg. It's a little bit stiff on there. No powder coating on there though. And same this side. So we've done it. We've achieved it. Which is a nice collaboration between Graham and myself. His idea and my fettling the making. So that's your lot. Let me spin back round. So there you go. What a fucking adventure that was. To be fair, the guy that owns it is a diamond. He's such a clever bloke, and he came up with such a clever solution. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. My arms up. So, job well done. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. And I'll see you all again next time.